On this Planet XYZ, Clinton Walker hangs out with Mark Devine, a Navy SEAL who takes us behind the scenes of this extreme military unit and the adventures that come with the job. Only here on Encore Wham!
We're here today on Planet XYZ with Mark Devine, the man, the fitness, the machine, the Navy SEAL. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you doing today, Clinton?
I'm doing great. You know, I just got done reading a whole documentary on you that you were the #1 SEAL in your entire academy. Is that true?
Well, we call the training BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training, and we have an honor graduate, and I was lucky enough to be the honor grad of my class. 170 was the number.
170. Now, what got you into the Navy SEALs?
I got in a little late. I was 25. I had a career as, believe it or not, a CPA in New York, and that's about as far away from being a SEAL as you can imagine. But I was a little disgruntled with the greed and with some of the people that I was working with, and they lacked passion, they lacked adventure. So I took a flyer, and I literally walked into a recruiter one day, and I said, you know, I want to be a Navy SEAL. And after laughing me out of the office and me coming back 2 or 3 times, I finally succeeded in getting orders, they say, to BUDS.
Oh, and how long ago was that?
It was 1989.
So 1989, you left the white-collar corporate America world of accounting. You went into to become a BUD?
BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training, is essentially a 28-week training program to become a tadpole or a new SEAL. And it really takes about 5 years to train a special operations warrior. And so this is the first step for the SEALs to be essentially get through that program. It's an accession program, and about 80% of the people either get injured or quit. And if you make it through that, then you've got a chance to be a SEAL.
Hey, you know, why don't we check out what it's like and what it takes to be a Navy SEAL?
Class 227 on tape coming up.
Class 227 on tape coming up. Keep watching.
First phase is really the phase that's going to separate the men from the boys. These guys come here, they really don't know what to expect, so we're going to push them. We're going to push them hard. We're going to see what they have. And the guys that want to be here, no matter what we do or say, they want to be a SEAL, they're going to be a SEAL. That's all there is to it.
Physically, BUDS is a real butt kicker. Just having the mental fortitude of not only trying to get through the PT sessions, but also getting through the lack of sleep, having instructors on your back, being hurt all the time. All those things start taking a play into it during the day, and it's just having the idea of there's nothing that's going to stop me from finishing this training or finishing this evolution. That's what gets you through it.
I believe that BUDS builds teamwork and character by weeding out the weak, bringing the strong together to survive the training. I don't think any one man can make it alone through BUDS.
You're gonna stay in this position until you guys lock it out. Come on! I'll just stay here all day.
I'd say the obstacle course is never below my expectations. It's some of the best training you can get. Because you got to think on your feet, you got to act, you got to move, you got to be fast, you got to be safe. You can really hurt yourself.
Who got logs?
The friction in first phase is pretty high. Like I say, it's a really fast-paced phase, and these guys are constantly moving and grooving every second of every day, except for when they're eating. So the guys, when they hear about SEAL training, they're like, well, all you have to do is run, all you have to do is an O course, things like that. Not really that big a deal. But once you start putting everything together, and the days are endless, that's when guys decide that this really isn't for me. I don't want to be wet, I don't want to be cold. This pace right here is not for me, because that's what's going to happen when they leave here. They go to SEAL team. The pace is just like that. It never ends.
Just about everything at BUD/S is a timed evolution or it's a race. It builds camaraderie with the guys. They take their boats and they'll race out through the surf zone. Sometimes the boats will flip over on them because the surf gets so big.
It's quite an experience to be paddling a rubber boat and facing this 8-foot wall of water coming at you. It's just going to destroy you and send you tumbling around. And there was almost like a washing machine effect in the water.
What we're looking for from a recruit, number one, he has to have the physical skills to complete the training. Two, he has to have the mental aptitude, because we're not just a bunch of knuckle draggers. You have to have some mental skills as well.
42-10.
We don't look for any kind of personality. There's all sorts of different kind of personalities in the teams. But we're looking for a guy that's willing to sacrifice and can work well with others in a teamwork environment.
I think the evolutions that cause the most problems are the water evolutions. Some of these kids are from Wyoming, different places where they haven't even seen the water, or at least the surf zone. They're not really too comfortable in the water. And you're doing drown proofing where your hands are tied behind your back, your feet are tied up. They don't like that.
Drown proofing, I think it's more of a mental thing than a physical evolution. It's all about trying to stay calm and being comfortable in the water. Half of our class failed it the first time they went through, and I think it's just because they have a mental block of the idea of not having control. You just gotta, have confidence in yourself and saying, I've done this before, I can float on the water. 3,000 guys have done it before I have, why can't I do it? It's a mental thing.
Speaking of the military, right now we're going to check out Planet X's coverage of the Muddy Buddy event at Camp Pendleton.
Outstanding event. Check it out.
You're watching Encore Wham! Thanks for tuning in.
3,500 people, 5-person teams. That's right, baby, you're going down. Take it, all of you. Wearing fatigues. It's called utes and boots. Got the utes here. Got to be worried about the mud, so cut all the pockets out, cut everything out so there's absolutely no resistance. We're going to be like flying through the mud out here. We got a 5-person team, team competitor. I got to find those guys. We're going to take all those Marines. They're all going down because they're nothing. They don't know what it means to be a mud runner. Again, Bob Babbitt here, Camp Pendleton, infamous Camp Pendleton Mud Run on Planet X.
I fall, but at least I lose proudly. I always knew it wouldn't be easy trying to interpret the message you send me. Should I quit it all on my head? Should I just leave it unsaid? Should I just give in again? I should have run through the pain within, not collapse in the wake. Pressure flowing all over my veins and my screen.
Bob Babbitt, special beauty correspondent for Planet X TV, here in the wonderful Camp Pendleton Mud Pits. Some people travel all over the globe to get wonderful, soft, touchable skin. But no, why travel anywhere else? Why go to France? Why go to Monte Carlo when you can come right here to Camp Pendleton with 3,500 of your closest friends and find out what beauty is all about in the mud pits of Camp Pendleton.
As I lean and don't let my head rise, I see the fish ash to sleep from my eyes. Memory flows to the past. Forgiven, not forgotten the trials that I faced last. Repeating now once again, what I lived, what I felt should end up happening. Question going to the top. Which time I feel the answers that are waiting to stop this is belief. My believing ears, I'm listening to harmful erection to my fears. Just simple remedy.
For all the mud runners, Bob Babbitt here, Planet X, over and out. Go out, get sloppy, have fun.
We're tuning out from Encinitas, California. Thank you for watching Encore Wham! Thank you for joining us today, and we're going to do a little music from one of my favorites. Do you have any idea what his name is?
Forgot, sorry.
It's Jonathan Keith. You're watching Encore Wham!
All right, everybody, we have the new Every Time I Die joint. Let's bump it.
Set of company, the lifestyle, it's not strong, we're all done.
I claim this world in the name of Planet X.
Planet X in the air since 1995.